right, welcome to Bloom in Full Color. We live
Happy New
life
Year.
in high definition. Happy New Year's Eve for those, or Happy New Year when you're listening to this, when you're a little,
Or Amateurs Night. That's what we call it. Happy Amateurs Night. This is
Or-
when all the idiots
I
come out.
encourage just drive safe tonight. Have a DD. All right,
Mhm.
just
Don't drive.
make-
Better yet, stay off the road.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's how
well,
my parents raised me. They're
Home
like, you
drinking.
don't drive on Thanksgiving and New
Mhm.
Year's.
Amateur day.
those are really good rules.
Yeah,
I
actually.
mean, we were teens, right? But we were not allowed to drive. You had to be driven by like a parent. if you
Nice.
wanted to
It's
go
a bad
somewhere.
night. It's a
Yeah.
bad
It's
night.
a bad
Yeah,
night.
It
Yeah.
is.
And Turkey Day is the same way.
I-
So I have a 4th of July rule that's a little bit like that. Like
Yeah.
I will not. Yeah, we have a party at my house now, and we
There
just
you go.
stay
Yeah, there you go.
centralized. So, anyways, we are talking about resolutions because everybody's planning their evening activities to end the misery or the success that is 2024 for you, whatever your life is, or you're looking forward to the new year, you're ready to turn a new leaf, whatever. I think resolutions are kind of trash, and this is just me, because the average resolution, you lose it in 10 days. Like that's
Yeah.
the statistic. January 1st,
Yep.
everybody's at the gym. And it's actually
Mhm.
January 2nd because
Yeah.
no gym is
We're all
open on the
hungover
1st.
on the first.
Exactly. So you start the year with a hangover,
Mhm.
which is not a good way to start a year. But I mean, teach their own. I don't care. I hardly drink, so it doesn't matter to me. And but I've spent many a New Year's Eve very, very hungover. A couple with you. So with that said, I
Very
actually
notable memories,
Yeah.
Jennifer.
yeah, they are very
Wink,
notable.
wink.
We are not revisiting those.
No, we're not.
That's the next podcast.
PJ got a dose of that the other day.
I
We got a
never
good laugh.
remember dates, but I do remember 2 New Years.
Adventures. Yeah, we do. We do adventure. We do remember some things. So, I actually do a variation of things. So some years I will do, these are the things I want to learn in a year. Like I want to learn how to smoke meat. I want to learn how to crochet a sweater. I've never wanted to know how to do that. I'm giving
This
an
is
example.
examples.
This is an example. I did learn how to smoke meat. And so like I put a list together of things I want to learn or do. Like I want to go snowshoeing 3 times. I set those kind of bars because then it's giving me enrichment to my life.
But you're a goal setter
I
anyways.
am a
though.
goal setter anyways.
Almost cheating from you because you are so good at goal setting. Like
Yeah.
that's a big part of your
Well,
system.
As I was talking to my cohort across the hallway, the poor man has to listen to me all the time now. He's learned the value of headphones now.
Noise canceling ones.
Yep, because
I'll send you some
I'm-
Amazon reviews.
I'm loud. So, with that said, I just, I was feeling stagnant, and he just looked at me and said, "Bitch, you got so many balls rolling down the road right now. Like you're just tired and need Jesus and some meditation."
That's not what I
that's
said.
not what he didn't say Jesus, but he said you just need to meditate.
Everything else, yeah.
Yes, you just need to meditate. And like that helped me give me some perspective. Like I am an extremely high performer and I don't give myself enough credit for that. I have so many things going at so many different times.
At all times.
At all times in several avenues of my life. And I am constantly cranking shit out.
Mhm.
So what I'm doing for 2025 is I am doing a joy list.
Hmm.
I am building a list of
Keep it
things
positive.
that bring me joy, like bubbly water.
Yeah, Topo Chico.
Bubbly water
That's
makes
not
my
a paid
little-
ad, YouTube.
No. That I love bubbles. They make me so happy. I want them with no sugar in them and little to no flavor and just bubbling up my belly because I'm not addicted to cola and I quit soda years and years and years ago, but I'm addicted to carbonation.
Yep.
And I am not willing to give it up. So that's kind of like, so I'm creating a joy list, things that bring me joy. And it could be little joy, it could be huge joy, but I think we as especially as Americans, we're so driven by this economic work. If you go to Europe, they have like a 2-hour lunch break.
Oh yeah, or more.
And they make time for vacations. Like
Yep.
how many of us get to the end of the year and haven't used all of our vacation? Shit, I got at least 2 weeks sitting there that I haven't even touched because I won't have time. I'm also in the process of taking over a 70-some-year-old business, and we got a lot of balls in the air and a lot of things moving. So different conversation. Mine is situational and circumstantial, but as a population, we're bad at this. So I'm trying to find more joy. I'm searching for it. So I'm creating a joy list I've also seen people do I'm going to discontinue these behaviors or activities list. So I've seen that.
Isn't it the same exact thing as resolutions?
It
Like
really
I,
is.
I literally tried to look
Sorta.
up like an alternative, and everything is like that's a resolution. You're just calling it something different.
Yeah. I think when you're
just
when you're
repackaging
making
it.
something
Yeah.
that you're measuring your success against, that is inherently the problem.
Yeah.
Like, because if you aren't able to quit insert addiction problematic behavior here, then you're judging yourself. You're mad
Right.
that you're feeling guilt and shame about not achieving it. And the same thing if you go get a Gold's Gym membership and you don't get
Feel
your
it.
use out of it.
Well-
You feel like a failure. You feel guilt. You feel shame.
Is that the screw up right there? That we're just not good. Perfect example, right? We're going through this as part of the company's growing pains, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that's very specific to ours has to be achievable, has to
Yep.
be right. It has to
Measurable.
be specific, measurable. Who
Has
does
to
that
be
with
smart.
resolution? You know what I mean? Resolution, you go, I'm going to lose 200 pounds. That's not a goal. A goal is this month I'm dropping 5 pounds. That's a measurable.
Well, and
Achievable
so it
goal.
has
You know
to
what I
be
mean?
The
smart.
achievable part is where people get
I
caught
think
up.
so too.
And I would comment it's maybe that American mindset
It
of
is.
like
It
instant
is.
gratification and like we got to have everything
So,
now. We have to have success right
let's
now.
talk about what smart is. So it's specific, it's measurable,
Measurable,
it's
achievable.
achievable, realistic, and time specific. So
Yep.
you've given it a time frame. So to your point, the more pointed, like, so if you're gonna say my New Year's resolution is to lose weight, that is
It's-
never
not a goal.
never going to
Yep.
help you.
Never.
But if you say by June 1st,
Yes.
I'm going to be down 25 pounds.
Right.
I will be wearing this size, and like you've measured it, and I will accomplish it by going to the gym for 4 days. I am removing these things from my diet. Like, it's got to be super specific with a strategized plan.
Well, and now you're setting yourself up for failure or for success as opposed to failure. Like you said, I want to lose weight. That is only setting yourself up for failure.
Hope is not a
I
strategy.
want to be 10 pounds down in 60 days. Now that is something you could get there. You could feel good about that. Like, I think maybe that's to me, the big thing with that is
Yeah.
we're just not doing it right.
Sure.
One of the things I saw, which I thought was decent, is instead of resolutions, they do a theme for the year. And I go, okay, that seems a little more positive, where you could spin a bunch of things in your life into the theme or whatever, right?
Have you ever heard of like picking
creative.
a word?
I heard that too recently.
So I pick 3 words.
Is that something you do regularly? Then
Yeah,
the word
so
thing?
mine right now are strong, consistent, heart-centered.
Okay.
So, like, because I'm not like a warm, fuzzy, lovey person, but I believe that living your life from your heart is a lot better way to live. And like, that's from my own self research. And so, heart centered, I still want to be like caring about people. And that goes back to, just really showing up for people in a way that I want to. And so, heart centered those are my 3 words. I actually have an alarm that comes up on my phone every day and says those 3 words. It's at 9 a.m.
Another
Yep.
way to make things happen, right? Daily
Well, if
affirmations are a
you
big,
choose those words on the first and you never look at them again,
yeah, it was a complete
What the
wasted
hell was the
exercise.
point?
Yep.
Yeah.
and that's what happens to resolutions. Okay, so you say it. Okay, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds, and you map it out. But if you just do that once and you don't post it anywhere, you're not seeing it, you're not visiting it, it's not around. Who cares?
You know what
That's why you track stuff. That's why it has to be measurable so that you're consistently looking at it.
and this was a very short read, but it was a really cool book. Basically, we've all kind of touched on this in different stuff, but it's speaking to where you want to be, not where you are, right? So much of it go, oh, good job. This whole thing was, my God, Jennifer, you look amazing now that you've dropped 50 pounds. Like, it's that specific, right? Of you are like speaking.
So have you ever heard of goal setting, writing it as it has already occurred?
That's, I think, what
Okay,
I'm talking
yeah,
about.
so I
Like,
was
it's already
watching-
done and we're there.
Yeah,
like,
I was
oh my God,
watching-
we're so wealthy. What lucky people we are. You know,
Right.
like, I know it sounds stupid, but it's like,
Well,
you could maybe.
let's say you wanted to make $1 million,
Right.
right, in a year. Like, that's your goal. It's that you would write it as, I'm a millionaire because I succeeded at XYZ.
Yes. Yep.
I lost 50 pounds and fit into this
Right.
designer bikini and went on my cruise vacation.
Right.
Like, you write it as you
As it's
did
already
it.
done.
That, like, it's already happened, because if you read that consistently and you revisit that
You'll
every single
Trick
day,
your brain.
you start to trick your brain
Uh-huh.
that you are the person, that is your identity,
Yep.
that's what you're doing. So you start to look at every behavior subconsciously and say, okay, in order for that to be true, I'm supposed to be doing this at this time.
Right.
And so you're basically like hacking
Tricking
your
yourself
you're
into
hacking your own
the
brain.
behaviors that
Well,
that will help you.
That's why I do as much self-improvement and goal setting, and I push myself as hard as I can because, okay, the fact that I do that, like, what part of the percentage of the world am I in? Like,
Very skinny.
We're filming this earlier than when we release it. Right now it's the 11th of December when we're filming this. We're releasing it on the 31st. I am already 136 books into my 2024.
I was going to ask about your book count.
Yeah,
I was like, I know
good
you have
for
a book count. You need a resolution.
136.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, like,
That's very, very impressive.
Bitch, try me.
That's very,
well,
very impressive.
now I will be completely candid. Approximately 100 of those are dirty,
Smut.
dirty
Who cares?
smut.
Trash.
But
Who cares?
36 of them are business
It's still
books.
135 more than most Americans read in a year. So who cares
So
what it is?
true.
Good for you.
Yeah. So
Good for you.
like, and people are just like, when do you get time? It's like, well, I don't sleep very much.
Right? No
But
TV.
I also
didn't sound
don't
like.
watch television.
There you go.
And
You've
like, there's a lot.
picked other options.
I've changed my life because, God, I will say televisions give me massive anxiety because I realize that they don't put anything in and they only take. And that to me is, that makes my energy and my person very uncomfortable. Interesting, isn't it?
It's an interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's, and
Box
when I,
of suck. We all know it is. I mean,
Yeah.
call it whatever name you want. It's
Leslie and I called them bug zappers.
There you go.
Until I got one for my house.
a box of
She
horrors.
was so mad at me. She's like, Adam, you have a TV now? Yes.
yes, I
Don't
do.
kill me.
Zapper.
And then she's like, have you seen this on Netflix? Have you seen this? And I'm like,
So I for a long time didn't have a microwave either.
Oh,
I actually,
good for you.
when
yeah, I was a
when
microwave
Brandon met
snob
me,
for a while.
I did not have a microwave. I like, period, end of story. If you wanted to heat something up, you needed to use the
I think
oven.
that's like a
And it's
millennial
so-
thing too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so easy. We went like a bunch of years without it, and all I
It's
got
not
is grief.
that hard.
It is not that hard.
It's
It's more
not that
dishes.
hard.
Oh, big deal. You got a dishwasher. Put the pan in the dishwasher.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
The only thing I use my microwave for is to heat up like 1 cup of water, like for whatever, recipe.
Oh, you
or-
just need the water dispenser I have, where it comes
Uh-huh.
yeah,
out
exactly,
like Nestle
exactly.
Bowling.
If I had one of those, whatever.
Yeah, that costs money too.
Okay, so I set really poor goals. Not really. My resolution thing is I just set. I don't even set them. I don't like to use that word. I just make like intentional like.
intention is a big piece.
Big
I
deal.
just set intentions. I'll just say that. And they're very vague. It's like I want to practice more loving kindness, or I want to swear less,
Or you don't want to be
You
called an
shut your
ankle.
filthy mouth, sir.
But well, I do have a filthy mouth, and
Me
it's-
too. Stop
I
it.
constantly work on it. But also
Shit.
going back,
Sorry, I,
I work
have
on
to do
it
it.
too.
I like them vague because I don't want to measure my success up against it because
Right.
I'm happy with where I am at
Right.
usually, like in
Just
this day
conforming
and
to a
moment.
societal.
Yeah, and I was thinking earlier, I was like, I wonder how much of this resolution BS is because of like the hangover guilt that everyone has on January
I'm never
1st.
drinking again.
Exactly. And
That
like
lasts till about the 4th usually.
Well, and if you're not comfortable with resolutions in the sense that you, to your point, you don't feel like you succeed or you're setting yourself up for failure, which is basically what we're saying. There's another way to approach this. Each month, to your point of finding like a word or a theme,
Right.
you could focus on something each month. So like
Right.
January, a lot of
Right.
people I hear, they do dry January. Like just pick 30 days to make one change.
Yeah.
Because if you just do one thing and you focus on it for 30 days, by the end of 30 days, you're going to know, yes, I want to do this and continue, or no.
or it's
I'm
not
done.
achievable.
Never again.
This
right?
is, I'm
Yeah.
never experienced it. It's kind of like when I pick a vegetable that I don't like and I try to grow that vegetable and learn to like it in the summer because I do that. And
Has it worked?
yeah, green bell peppers still suck, and so does eggplant.
So it hasn't worked on those two.
Those two, but
I
there's
figured
others.
out that I love green bell peppers in comparison to the other ones, and I know that's like
Really?
opposite
Because
of.
I'm opposite. I like
yeah,
the
I
other
only
ones.
buy green bell peppers now,
Well,
and I
they're
love
cheaper.
it. It's fajita business.
Fajitas business. Fajitas?
Yes, fajitas.
Fajitas.
With some
love
quesadillas.
So I will argue with you till the end of time about bell
we
pepper
are
color.
super
White
gringo.
White people.
That's all right. we have admitted that we are all probably Northern European mutts. So
Now, we know. I don't think there's science to it, but I'm going back to like The Secret and this. There is 100% backstory to speaking your truth, right? And the saying it, the visualizing it, these things all aid in a human's ability to complete that task,
To make
right?
change.
So to me, I would say maybe don't focus so much on resolutions. Focus on things that can help you get to the goal. Like I think resolution is what scares me. Set a goal. We all know what a goal is. Why is it got to be a New Year's resolution? Set a goal. I want to lose weight. I want to be nicer to my kids.
I don't want to eat
not hate
cookies
my
this
parents.
week.
What do you want?
I don't want to eat cookies this week.
There you go.
That's a goal.
Good
And-
luck on Friday.
I can't eat any of the cookies on Friday,
But you
so it
can. She'll
doesn't
just
matter.
be dead on Saturday.
Well, no, I'll
We'll
be dead
see.
like in an hour and then
Yeah.
have the shits. So that's
2
just
weeks
not
of-
fun for
Kathy
anybody.
dropped us off some really good sugar cookies.
That's
and I
wonderful.
haven't sampled them at all.
Ooh, I'm being a good boy.
He might have one before he leaves too. That's
Oh
what he's
yeah, with
saying.
that encouragement, that's all I need.
Yeah, no, I would have already opened them and let everybody have them.
Tammy
so
told me not to, and I still did.
you should have one for me.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right, so I encourage you guys as the new year rolls on, do what works for you.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
not
Keep
have
it positive.
Take
Don't-
it easy.
and
Yeah.
also give yourself some goddamn grace. Okay, I am probably saying that out loud to myself, and that's fine. But you are a human living in the world. If you are making your life or the lives around you 1% better without doing any harm to you and yours, then you're doing great.
Rock on.
Agreed.
You're doing great. So with that, do what works for you, and I feel free to steal, borrow, reinvent my idea of a joy list. That's what you want to do. All right, guys,
Happy
we
New
wish you
Year.
the
See you
See you
best.
next year.
Have a wonderful year. We will see you in 2025. Au revoir.
Peace out.